Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this video by giving all honor and praises and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, citations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Alright, let's get straight into it. Lord willing, will be edifying. It says here in Revelation 1, and I'll start at 1, the revelation of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, which the Most High gave unto him, to shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. Okay, the future prophecies, such as the mark of the beast, the microchip that Esaidim will implement and force the majority of the earth to take. Okay, World War III, the famine of the word, the elect waking up to the truth, the fact that they are the true, the biblical Israelites. They are the children of the Most High, the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that they must return to the Most High according to the Spirit, according to truth. Okay, so it says here, and he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Okay, John the Revelator. It says here, who bear record of the word of the Most High, and of the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and of all things that he saw. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Right? Knowing that, as it says, wake up out of your sleep. It says, Romans 13 and 11 to the point. And that knowing the time, okay, that goes into measuring the time according to prophecy, okay, knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, okay, that sleep goes into that, not having the knowledge of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai, ultimately being in darkness, being as those that are dead, okay, not knowing that, the name of the Lord, not knowing that you have to repent, not knowing that you have to forsake your old ways, okay, not being conformed to the ways of the world. Okay, that means that you're asleep if you're following after the vibration of the world. Okay, because it says here, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. Okay, and that means that, and that was written 2,000 years ago. So how much more closer are we now? Especially as it says pertaining to the times. We are in the time, we are in the last hours, if I could say, the last hours of the last days. Okay, the prophecies are coming to pass. We're seeing various earthquakes all over the world, even since the start of the year, various earthquakes. We see that the state of the economy pertaining to the how the American dollar is the currency of the world, how even the nations are seeking to detach themselves from that currency. They're starting to set up their own thing. Okay, so we were seeing the times that we're in. It's evident that we're at the last hours of the last days. Okay, and again, but that knowledge comes from you reading. Okay, again, that's why it said, blessed are those that read and that keep the sayings. So not only do you read, understand what you're reading, but also apply the knowledge that you acquired from this reading. Okay, as it says, wisdom is the fear of the Lord, and understanding is to depart from evil. So that's the application of the fear of the wisdom that you've acquired. Okay, you see, so it's very important, man. All right, I'm bringing that out because yesterday or 2 days ago I was about to, I just finished my reading. I just finished reading, and then I read about a chapter. And then I decided to go to bed. So that's it for today. I read one chapter. That's good. I went to bed. And as I'm laying down, I'm not really tired, but I'm just trying to go to sleep because I know tomorrow I got to go to work. You see, so I'm just laying in bed. It's been probably 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then that laziness came in. It's not really that I was tired; it was that laziness. Okay, that lazy demon. Okay, and then I heard a voice, man. I heard a voice telling me read. And as I heard it, I was like, I already read. I'll just do it tomorrow. Then I heard it a second time. It said read, but that time was more authoritative. Okay, it's like I felt it in my I got out of bed, man, real quick with the quickness, man. Got my Bible, took out my highlighters, You see, and I started reading. And even then, I opened the chapter that I was going to read. It was a pretty long chapter, about like, it was about like 80 verses. 80 verses. You know, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's a good read. And the thing is, the chapter before I was reading, the chapter that I ended up reading, was things that spiritually I was thinking about before even reading about it. You see, so it's very spiritual. You see, but again, I could have just, and that's the important thing also, to take heed to the spiritual signs, you know, to the righteous voice in your head, you know, the trust, is basically, you have to trust that spirit, okay? Because really, I at first I was trying to like just push it off, you know. I'm like, I'm tired, you know. I wasn't even tired. It was really the demon of laziness, you know. I was just laying in bed. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just, you know, just wasting time. Then that voice told me, read once. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Already read, you know, that complacent spirit. And then that voice came again and said, read, you know. So I had to get up, man. That time was like serious, you know. But yeah, you know, take heed to the spiritual cues. Right, getting, you know, if you have to get more in tune with the spirit, you know, fasting, praying is always a good way to get in touch with that, to be more in tune with the spiritual side of things. To get closer to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. See, mortifying your members. Right. So again, just a quick lesson, just to the point that it's important to read, because again, it's through the scriptures, okay, that we're supping with Yahweh Shai. That reading, going through those reading through the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's how the Lord instills knowledge in us. Okay, He opens our minds so that we can acquire more knowledge, be closer to Him. All right, and as it says, He that if I knock, blessed is he that will open. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. If you open the door, He will sup with you. Okay, so again, that was like an instance where the Lord told me, "You'll get up and read," and I was like, hey, I could have said no, I'm just gonna sleep, but that, you know, but that fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua pushed me to get up, man, even against my own will. You see. So yeah, man, it's important to read, man. It's a part of our, you know, as it says, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are life. And Yahweh Shai said what? If you don't eat of my flesh, you have no part in me. If you don't eat of my flesh and you don't drink of my blood, you have no part in me. And if Yahweh Shai is not in you, you have no life in you. All right. So Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson, short, straight to the point. Okay. Pay attention. Take more heed to your reading. It's very important, man. It's a part of our arsenal. It's a part of keeping us in tune with the Spirit, keeping us sharp. All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson, shalom.